Good day. As promised, here's the second part of our flight to Spioenkop and also about Spioenkop. There you can see Daniel flying here on my left hand side. The Spioenkop Dam right in front of us and the Spioenkop area right in front. There in the middle of the screen. There on the left hand side is the Spioenkop area, and then on the right hand side is Twin Peaks. Now, if you look at the front of us here, you will see the Tugela River. The British had to cross that river towards Spioenkop. It's about a 4-kilometer hike up the mountain, Spioenkop, and then there, Ladysmith is 25 kilometers northeast. Then also you can see 2 kilometers from Spioenkop is Twin Peaks, where the Boers had their artillery. Now this battle took place in January 23, 24 and 1900 here at the Tugela River in KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. The British forces aimed to relieve Ladysmith, which was besieged by the Boers. But their assault on Spioenkop, a strategic hill, resulted in a costly defeat for the British. The British were under General Buller, and there were a couple of high-ranking officers that got killed in this battle. Also in this battle were 3 future world leaders that were present here at the same time: Winston Churchill, Louis Botha and Magandhi. Magandhi was an Indian volunteer in the ambulance corps for the British. Here you can see me flying over the area where the battle took place. This whole area were Boers and British. There where the white is mass graves of the British. There were around about 243 British soldiers killed in this battle, and over 1,200 were wounded and taken prisoner after the battle. Spioenkop in this area is the highest mountain in this region, or Koppie, and funny enough, the British started their advance 10 o'clock at night. In the dead of night, they climbed this hill or this Koppie or this mountain, and the next morning 3 o'clock they reached the top. And a Boer dog was the first one that sounded the alarm when the British could climb to the top. Funny enough, the dog was not killed. They led the dog down the mountain with a rifle strap around the dog. Here you can see the memorials or the monuments for the British and the Boers that fell in this battle. The British disadvantage was they had no maps and they were new to this country. The Boers grew up here. They knew this country like the back of their hands. The Lancashire Brigade was the main battle group that fought here from the British, and they were also hardened soldiers. Here on top, the British dug a trench on top of this hill, but this rocky mountain ground and stone and everything, they only could dig a couple of feet deep, and so it was shallow trenches. The Boers sharpshooters picked them off one by one in these trenches. At the end of the day, the trenches was filled with dead. Also, from Twin Peaks, the Boers pounded them and hit them with shell fire. General Woodgate was also mortally wounded. That was on top here with his troops, and he passed away. The shelling was about 10 rounds per minute which was fired. You can see this area, and you can see from far but ironically, by the second day, the British were on top here and they had the hill, and also they later discovered that Twin Peaks played a big role in this fight, and they took Twin Peaks. But Buller wanted them to come down and retreat because he thought there's a lot more to come, and he ordered the British to come down. And the British withdrew with big losses. And so the Boers had a huge victory over the British. The British casualties were extremely high, with around 1,300 killed, wounded or missing, with the Boers suffering significantly fewer casualties. The British retreat, facing heavy losses, facing a lack of water and ammunition, the British were forced to withdraw from Spioenkop, leaving Ladysmith under siege for another month. So the whole effort was for nothing, and all because of poor leadermanship. Here me and Daniel is flying back to Champagne Valley area where we took off. Very nice day to fly, except for there on top of the hill where I tried to fly low level. Very gusty, the wind coming up the mountain. My next flight is 14,000 feet over this area. Please like and subscribe.